Well, to our major story of the day. The debate on how monies in the excess crude account should be spent or withdrawn is a long-drawn argument. Aside the legality of who should touch the money, who owns the money, there has always been questions about accountability and what the money should be used for. In 2015, for instance, former governor of Edo State, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, had alleged that Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala unilaterally approved the withdrawal of $2 billion from the excess crude account without, quote, authorization. The former minister said it was false, malicious, and totally without foundation, asserting that the withdrawal of the fund was approved by FARC. That was the APC accusing the PDP then. The table now has turned. The arguments now are multifaceted. But of all the arguments, one we'll be dissecting on the show today is the accusation that the ruling party is trying to raise money for partisan activities rather than spending it on the fight against insurgency. Borno State Governor Kashim Shettima said some people are trying to politicize the matter. Let's take the conversation further tonight on the program. I have joining me the All Progressives Congress National Publicity Secretary, Malam Balaji Abdullahi, joins us from our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Malam Abdullahi, for your time on the program tonight. And let's get started on this. Can the APC defend, for example, because these issues when it comes to money is a matter of trust. The APC had said severally to the ears of Nigerians and to the ears of anybody who cares to listen about how the government is fighting insurgency in the northeast region of the country. They did say technically that the country has defeated Boko Haram. So the explanation will be, what then would the $1 billion be used for?
Well, I mean, thank you very much. In the first place, this should not be a conversation for politics. I mean, it has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with our party. If the PDP did not try to, muddle up everything by bringing up that wild and unsubstantiated allegation. It was a procedural thing that was taken at the level of the governors of 36 states of the Federation, which includes 11 PDP members. So we wonder why PDP will allege that 11 of their governors sat and supported the decision to approve $1 billion for funding APC. It is that ludicrous. It's either they are suggesting that their governors are disloyal to their party, or they are suggesting that somehow APC managed to bewitch those 11 governors into taking those decisions. So for us, I don't see any need for this to be a matter of debate. Like you referenced the conversation between the former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, and the former minister of finance, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I mean, that kind of conversation at that level was quite germane because those were the principal actors involved. Now, in this case, it would have been appropriate if PDP governors, I'm not talking of one exemption of my brother Ayodele Fayose, who said he was not part of it, but it would have been appropriate if the governors that attended the meeting had come out to say, look, we did not approve this, we were not part of it. It was a unilateral decision of Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, like Adams Oshiomhole alleged at the time. So then we will have thought that there will be something to debate about this. But at this moment, I really don't see the basis for the controversy that this has generated, unless there is evidence that the money has been allocated and it has been diverted. So, but without that, I really don't see the basis for this controversy.
A big question, perhaps, one that has been asked severally on this matter by the opposition and the critics of this government, the APC government, is the fact that your party says that three things is very important to it when he took office in 2015. First and foremost, is fighting insurgency, security. The other one is the economy. And for example, the first one, which is fighting insurgency, few months after the APC government got into office, they said, look, we've technically defeated Boko Haram. The question will be, Malam Abdullah, if you can tell Nigerians tonight, is it that the APC has not really defeated Boko Haram, or the party, the explanation from the opposition that they're asking right now is that, is it the party speaking from both sides of the mouth, or what exactly is the explanation on $1 billion US running to almost 400 billion Nigerian naira?
I mean, I issued a statement today where I tried to clarify some of these things. You know, when we say that the Boko Haram has been technically defeated, there's no contradiction in saying that, and in saying that further investment need to be made in ensuring that the terrorist activities of Boko Haram is conclusively brought to an end. And there are examples everywhere in the world. I mean, I can't remember the years since the Al-Qaeda leader, Osama bin Laden, was eliminated. I doubt if Americans just shut down and say, oh, we've killed the Al-Qaeda leader, we finished with Al-Qaeda, therefore we have no need to strengthen our army, we have no need to continue to go around to ensure that such incident does not reoccur. I think, for me, I think that in defeating terrorist activities, I'm not an expert, but in any battle, the battle to win peace after a war is almost as important as the battle to win the war itself. When Boko Haram, from the reports we got, Boko Haram elements were being chased across Nigerian borders, they have continued to find safe haven in some neighboring countries like Cameroon, like Nigeria, like Chad. Now, Nigeria has a responsibility, if you will let me, Nigeria has a responsibility to strengthen the capacity of those countries to drive them out. Okay, I mean,
Malam Abdullah, sorry that I butt in here, but we need to take a very important break. When we come back, we'll allow you to explain to Nigerians on the plans of the APC government, especially on these issues of funding insurgency war. That's going to be next on the program. Join us again, everyone.